Welcome to the Rant. I'm John Shannon. Well, if anything could have changed my mind about a free market healthcare system being the best way to overhaul the current system that we're using right now, where its majority of it is employer paid. For what I went through today and have gone through since my wife's insurance took effect on January 1st, if anything has convinced me that the best route is a single payer program, what I've gone through is evidence enough for me. And I can't see the government, quite frankly, screwing this up any worse than this. Now, it's been a long time. It's been since my days in Vegas since I've had any medical coverage whatsoever. I've had to pay cash out of pocket for my prescriptions. I can't afford being self-employed. I can't afford what it would cost me to try to insure myself. I gotta tell you, this whole notion of having a separate plan, one for doctor's visits, one for dentist visits, one for prescriptions, and and now maybe human resource departments at other companies are a lot better at explaining the benefits than Lori's company. That very well could be, but my God, I have never seen such a clusterfuck in my entire life. And meanwhile, the insurance is costing. First off, Lori had to take a pay cut from driving a cab to take this job, this $9.50 an hour job. She had to take a pay cut to begin with. Not to mention the fact that she's, they're charging her, I think it's like $200 a month for all the coverage that we have. And then that doesn't cover the co-pays and everything else. And I don't have a problem with reasonable co-pays. This just all the rigmarole and BS that doctors' offices have to go through. I mean, I went to see the doctor today. Now, the information I had was good for my doctor's visit, but it still took them a half an hour to get everything entered into the system, so they would accept the insurance. This really needs to be streamlined, and I have lost, just with this experience alone, have lost any and all confidence that I have in the private market in insurance industry when it comes to health insurance. I'm sorry, my conservative friends aren't going to like me for that, but that's just the way it is. I'm going to tag this on to this rant. I didn't think I was going to have as much time as I did, but I do. Anybody hear the statements today made by Barack Obama talking about the merits of Ronald Reagan? Now, I don't have any of this in front of me, and I am horribly unprepared. If you know what I'm talking about, great. If you don't, Google it and you'll see it for yourself. But nonetheless, Barack Obama, in a speech, I believe it was today, if it wasn't today, it was yesterday, had some very endearing words to say about former President Reagan. And I think he was right on the money when it come to Reagan. To tell you the truth, Reagan had the power to draw the masses to his beliefs and to his to his way that government should be run, or lack thereof, I guess would be a better way to put it. And he was a very inspirational president. He wasn't flawless by any stretch of the imagination, but my God, you just hear from the both the extreme the righties and the lefties just going nuts. I mean, I heard that Daily Kos just absolutely has ripped Obama a new one over this, making real nasty statements about Reagan. One that stuck out. Especially was the one that they said that Reagan had a deal with the Iranians not to release the hostages until he took office to make Jimmy Carter look bad. And that was what Iran-Contra was all about. Now, I'm going to look into that, because that's at least somewhat intriguing, and that when the hostages were released, I was, as memory serves, I was only 17 years old at the time. I might have been 18, I forget, but nonetheless, I didn't vote. I was too young to vote at that point in time when Reagan was actually elected. But I do remember, I remember the hostage crisis. Of course, it was what spawned such overnight news programs as Nightline. I mean, we do have some remnants of that even today. But I guess my point being is that's something I definitely want to look into and do some more research on. But all in all, Reagan was a very inspiring president, and if this did indeed happen, he was such a good communicator and had such a way for Americans to feel good about themselves that this was probably ignored if it was brought up at all. And on the right side, you got guys like Limbaugh, who are absolutely, Reagan's our guy. You have no business talking about Ronald Reagan. You know nothing about Ronald Reagan. And Obama, in my opinion, is a perfect centrist and a populist. And he, you cannot, as a president, you can't represent every individual. There are going to be people that are going to be out in so many different fringes. All you can do is try to do what's right for the majority of America. And at this juncture, he's saying all the right things, and I think he's going to be tough for Hillary to beat, and I think he's going to be tough for whoever wins the Republican nomination to beat. But that's all I got really on that. I had a head of steam going over this whole thing with my medical insurance today, so there was plenty of rant for that. Folks, thanks for listening. I'll talk at you again real soon. This is John Shannon, the Redneck Cabbie. Adios.